Yeah, I got 20 because I didn't make this negative positive.
So, okay, yep. Let me see your pencil real quick. So all looks pretty good. Yeah, like all the way up to here looks really good. The only issue is that this is kind of what I was talking with Ellie about. -2 inside parentheses squared means -2 times -2, which is +4, like you just said. So this should be a +4. +4 times 4 is +16, and 4 minus 16 is -12. You're getting close. You've made some good progress. You made some good progress. Just be like, I would say, like based on what I saw from last time, based on what I'm seeing here, this is the number one thing. If you can handle the difference between this and this, you're going to be in a lot better shape.
Okay. Yeah. And then how would I start this one?
Do the work in the parentheses first. Okay. You got to add those two fractions by getting a common denominator. You can actually see my work up there. Yeah. So notice what I did is I said 1/3 and 11/12 really should be 4/12 plus 11/12, right? So I got a common denominator of 12.
Yeah.
So I multiplied the first one by 4/4. Then I added, I canceled in my head to get to that final answer.
Yeah.
You might want to do another step or two to get to that final answer.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of questions can I help you with? Hey, Chase, Mason. I'd love to hear questions or thoughts. Did you all over there, I know your table, Mason and Chase, you guys were all talking about number 4 a lot, right? All 4 of you were talking about number 4. Like, which way does the inequality symbol go? Did you guys get all that settled? Julie, I think we were talking about something about that. How you doing?
Oh, we figured it out.
Figured it out. Okay, that's awesome. What do y'all think about number 3? Number 3 is the most recent thing that we talked about. Had a distributive property, had a couple terms to combine to add up there. Where we stand with that? We're going to practice that again today, but obviously it's part of our review, so it's worth talking about if we need to. How are we doing? I'm getting a thumbs up from Bree. That's awesome. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Okay. Fractions, and then, of course, PEMDAS on the first one. Would you guys agree with me that that's probably hey, Noah? Thanks. Would you guys agree with me that number 1's probably the most complicated PEMDAS we've done so far? Plenty going on in there for sure. So I think it would be very understandable if there was some part that you struggled with. I showed a lot of steps. Do you want to know why I showed a lot of steps?
So you can go back and see if you messed up.
I didn't want to make mistakes. And if I did, I'd want to be able to see it, right? So I tried to show really good steps because I know that if I show good steps, I almost never miss it. And that if I do a whole bunch of work in my head, sometimes I miss it. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. And I didn't want to embarrass myself on a Tuesday morning and mess it up. So whatever. Any other thoughts? Any questions you guys want to talk about here? Okay, fair enough. We're going to do things just a little bit different, and I thought I had enough of them. Let me get a few more of them. Have you guys ever used the little tiny whiteboards? Like this big? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to use those today. If you would, grab a marker from somewhere. Make sure it works. Grab a little tiny whiteboard.
Bray, I got you.
Back here. I think I've got enough. And I want you just to try this. The way we do the little whiteboards is you work on the question. You try to simplify in this case with the directions say. Once you think you've got it, just flip your board so I can see it, and I'll check out your board and say, great, that looks awesome, or close, or that's not right, or whatever we need to say. And then if you need to go back to the drawing board, so to speak, you can. We'll see how it all turns out. All right. Yeah, we're looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Yep, got it. Here's Mason. Okay. All right. Yep, we're looking good. Looking real good. Yep. Make sure you're showing good work. That's right, Ellie. Good job. You got it, Noah. Nice work. Very good, Sophia. Yeah, you got two, Isa. There you go, Julia. Chase. I'd love to see a middle step. A middle step would be good. I would say I'd love to. I don't think that's right. I think you got
9x plus 10.
9x plus 10 is not right. I'd love to see a middle step. Don't lose your plus sign right here. This plus sign right here should still be there. Did not disappear. Okay, that looks good. How you feeling, Sebastian? That's right. Oh, we have markers? Oh, yeah, you can grab erasers. That's totally fine. All right, so when a couple of folks I referred to, I said there was kind of a missing step. Here's what I'd be hoping to see. 4x, and then a distributive property, 5x minus 10. And then you would combine your like terms, and 9x minus 10 is the correct simplification here. I would really like to see this step as kind of an in-between step to make sure that we're on the same page with all that stuff. What do you think? Let's move on. So here is number 2. Please try number 2. Negative 3, parentheses, x plus 1 minus 7. Again, recommend kind of an in-between step might be helpful. I think this is kind of a two-stepper scenario. Yeah, the middle step doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
Wait, no.
Bree, in light of your answer.
Yeah, we just read it again.
Sorry.
Here.
Not right. Sorry.
Fix it.
There you go. Got it. Good. Good. I can't quite read that far. Bray, yep, that's good. Got it. Got it. Got it. You see why that middle step was a little confusing, Bree?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That looks very good. Nice work. Caroline, that looks good. I don't know if you flipped already or not. Chase, that looks good. There's always going to be a temptation to peek here and flip that board. You forgot to distribute the first time, right? You want to distribute that negative 3 across? There you go.
They throw all the
Negative 3 is
That's when you go to assembly.
Yeah.
A small little joke in
Got it.
the glossary.
There we go.
She was going to come to it.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Okay.
I think I saw everybody's, right?
Yes.
So again, I like an in-between step here. I would love to see the distributive property with negative 3x minus 3 minus 7, leading me to negative 3x minus 10 is a final simplification. I would love to see this in-between step. Helps all understand how we do it. Questions? Okay, let's keep it rolling. Here's another one. Number 3. I think you're going to find that these are scaffolded somewhat so that there's an increasing level of challenge as you go. We're just flipping boards. Number 3 is what we're working on. Yep. I'm not going to be giving any advice out until we have in fact seen a correct answer. So, try it. I'm just suggesting you go with what you think is correct. I'll let you know if it's right or not. And if we need to review this one, to inform our instruction a little bit, we certainly will.
I don't know.
It's not right. There are no numerical distributive properties. There's kind of a distributive property, but not the way you think. Sorry. You can go further there. It's possible. This is mission possible. I think you're right. Can I look at your work there?
What'd you do?
Yep. That looks really good. So there's about 4 or 5 people that have gotten this one right. Might need to do a little more work here. So Sebastian, I see how you.
So you bring the negatives over, and then you bring the positives
No,
over.
it's not. 9 times the.
But you have to multiply the negatives. That's going to be a negative 7
9 times the
plus 2. And then you go. Then you have to go plus. You know the positive. This is negative. Wait, what did you bring? So you instead of bringing a number over, you bring a negative over. And then you do that for each one, so that'll turn to a negative 7 and a positive 2. But you think it's positive right here. That doesn't do anything. It doesn't change anything.
Getting closer. That's
Then
not
you get 9 minus.
No.
7x plus 2
equals
15.
Yeah.
She just switches symbols if you bring the negative in.
Yeah. So turn
Seems like you're
positive
just making
7 to a
everything
negative 7,
Not quite.
and then turn
You're so
negative
close.
2 to a
Like,
positive
don't
2.
erase anything, Juliet. You just, I think at this point, looking at your work, I think you just now made a careless error. I think you have the concept. No, you've made a couple of careless errors, I think. No, that's not right. That's actually just what Mason got a second ago. Yes. Close. Let me look at that real quick.
My legs are wet.
Yeah.
No.
And then this is the result here.
You get it
Why
right?
is the 9 negative? Why do you negative 9 like that?
He said that's wrong.
That's part of the issue. There's more to it than just that. That's not
I
right.
don't know. Oh my god.
There's something going on with this first number. That's the issue. Did you figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Re-explained that you have to bring the negative over instead of.
It's almost like the negative is being distributed.
Yeah.
That's usually the terminology I'll use.
Okay.
So I'm looking at your middle step rating. Based on, so your answer is right. Your middle step is not.
Do you just write those
You got too many minuses.
I literally, okay,
Okay. You don't have a middle step, so I don't know where that came from, but that's the right answer.
because then I don't.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, you'll get more chances to practice ones like this, but I wanted to I think at this point we're well over half of you have the correct answer here. I wanted to show you here can I show you some common errors? Can I show you some common things that you should not do? Check this out. A lot of people wanted to do this. Watch, please. I want to hear your thoughts on this. A lot of people wanted to do that. So number one, can you understand why someone would think that that's what they should do? Do a distributive property with the 9. I mean, you can totally empathize with that and think, I get what they're trying to do there. Why is that not correct? Ellie?
I don't really know for sure, but isn't it because X already has a number, like 7?
No, because you still could distribute, even if X already has a coefficient. You could do that. There's another reason. There's another reason for that. Yes, Sebastian? Instead of 9 times. Yeah. So, Ellie, if we took this symbol right here, instead of minus, if we made it a times, now the 9 gets distributed. But because it's minus, the 9 does not get distributed. So that was kind of one of the early errors here. As I walked around, I said, the 9's not getting distributed, but something kind of is being distributed. What would you say actually is being distributed? The negative, right? We're subtracting everything in the parentheses. So you could almost think of this as a distributive property, sort of. So if you did do that, you'd get 9 minus 7x. And what's the part that a lot of people forgot? minus a negative 2 is really plus 2. Yeah. Once you got to here, it was a matter of adding your like terms. 9 plus 2 is 11. Negative 7x plus 15x is 8x. So either 8x plus 11 or 11 plus 8x. Either one of those would be okay at this point. What do y'all think? Okay, let's try some more. I think you're doing pretty good. Yes, here is number 4. If you guys would take a look at number 4. Another slight addition of complexity here. Please try that. You guys totally disagree. I think you guys should talk before we...
I got 23 plus 29. I got 19x plus 19. I feel like you're right. Wait, what's 8 multiplied by 3? 20.
What do you think? I don't think so. I don't think so.
16, so that's
I think that's right. So you forgot
So
to
I
distribute
combine
negative 5.
12x and 16x. Like it's
Negative 5
that
times
does
negative 1
not
is
give
not
you
possible.
24. That is 28.
You see how it's negative 5 times?
Wait, no, I just
So
did.
negative 5 is getting distributed.
That's 28. This is 23x.
So here, I'm noticing something that I think we need to work on. I'm looking at, I'll just point to this, sorry. So I'm noticing here that you, it looks like here you've attempted to distribute the negative 5, which is exactly the right move. But notice how,
Oh, that's a
like
plus.
the negative 5, even though it got distributed in there, it's still there being distributed.
But it's
Yeah, so that, I think the parentheses need to go
I don't know how I
away.
got this. Yeah, same. I don't think I Well, we all
The answer is no. It should be, if it's already been distributed in there, it's not there anymore. 12x. So we gotta get rid of the parentheses. After you do a distributive property, you want to lose the parentheses. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. What's negative 5 times negative 1? So it's 12x minus 5x plus 5. So this is not multiplication, this is just addition. This is tackle.
It's like 5, 4.
And then this looks good, right? Right, put a plus sign in
Cheetah
between.
green jersey.
That looks good. It's not right.
She's like all the teams have different. She's on the freshman team. I think so. Yeah. Was she? Was she? She's on the
Did you guys agree?
Yeah.
You're both right. You both got
I
it?
just had like.
Julia, you got it?
I think I put negative 5. Multiply by negative 1. I put negative 5 instead of plus 5.
There you go.
So that was just.
That would swing it by 10. That makes sense. All right, how are we doing? So I think. Right.
29 plus
So I would say, like, after you do the distributor property, you want to lose the parentheses. You don't want those there. The 12x.
Well, I do, but my mom used
You got minus 5x. Where's the minus 5x in your little columns? Right?
You know what? And I
Yeah,
told
so
her that. I was like, I don't need to
distributor
go
property?
yet. So we're not doing anything more. And she's like, you just need to get used
So
to it.
like I'm looking at this and I see, let's see. For your x's, I see 12x.
But you know, it's okay. So
I
maybe
see
off with
negative
off.
5x. I see 16x. I'm wondering where that's coming from.
No, 7.
No.
Yeah, so that's already, that's this
I
x.
hate. I don't like it.
I think maybe that's what it is. So let's see the properties that you're doing. Don't do any of this column stuff until after you do your distributor property. And then it should be.
We have like 24 hours to think.
Labor Day.
It's not taking that long.
Like, bro, I don't care.
Minus 1, that's left
I literally on my phone.
Oh wait, we have study day today.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yes.
I'm actually so. I had to read.
So what did my class bring?
Yes,
Okay, that is what I'm looking for.
I felt bad for that one girl because no one responded when she wanted. She's like, Anna's like, yeah, it's like grapes suck actually. I'm like, damn, Anna, you really suck.
I'm drawing in pink now.
Yeah, I just really dislike her.
So the sign in front of it.
She makes me like, I was just like,
I know we were talking about drugs and stuff.
And like, she was like, oh, they're all really, really bad. And I was like, their studies. Yeah, I'm like, their studies.
Hey.
Were like, just like cure depression and such things. Well, you know, that's not for us. We do that with God. And I'm like, okay.
All right, God, let's start working because I'm not feeling anything. Like, come on.
like, in that.
Had 23x. He's such a weirdo. He's such a weirdo. Back and change.
Bro, she's like,
Like, I know I'm
no friends.
Make a note of
No,
that.
it's not. Homework. I'm like,
And then
no.
if you don't get your homework done, you're gonna become an alcoholic.
Yeah, she's like, listen guys, we need your 4 quadrants. You put your phone 4 quadrants. I want you touching the phone. Even if you're completely not, no, do the next month's homework.
And then she's like, hi Steve, loves, how's everything?
I'm like, you guys do this.
I will, bro. We'll do it.
I would encourage you to come in here.
I'm gonna cry. You said that you'd be like,
I'm gonna do it. I swear.
no, at the end of the
Actually, this
gotta
problem.
do it.
All right. I'll just do this one real quick for folks that maybe are going to watch the video later. You guys are starting to really catch on to this. You distributed the -5. That gives us 12x minus 5x. What do you think the number one mistake was made that as I walked around I saw?
Not doing the 5 to positive.
Well, most people that made a mistake wrote this. Why is that wrong? A negative times a negative makes a positive. Yep. Plus 16x plus 24. And this ends up being, 23x plus 29 for a final after you add your like terms. Okay, you hanging in there? We only have like 10 minutes left. So let's see how you're doing with this. I might do a little jumping around. Let me see here. We're going to try to do 2 more. I definitely want to do number 5, and then we'll finish with one other one. Hopefully it'll be a good finish. Okay, so please try that one. This is a really good one, though. We might end up finishing on this one, depending on how you do. This one has a lot of good stuff. A lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Yes. Totally do that, right? Keep going. Keep going. Let's see here. I was sorry.
Wait, what did you get? Because I forgot to add this one.
I got negative x plus 40.
I'm getting something a little bit different. Let me try it again.
I don't know what I did. I might have lost something. So.
I don't think that that's right. But don't tip it. Don't take it away yet.
I might have did something wrong.
Negative 14 plus 21 is not that.
I'm not done yet.
That's,
I
think you're really close.
21 minus 40. Wait, no, isn't it 7?
You're subtracting everything in here, right? So minus x minus negative 1. Not that. No. Go back and like change that to what it should be and rethink. I'd add like terms. There's a bunch of like terms you could add. Add all your like terms. Yeah, combine your like terms.
I got it.
I think so.
Oh, is it this?
It's the bottom.
I don't think so. I think so.
What would it be like for next?
So with the win. Oh my goodness. This one has a lot going on. No question. There's a lot going on. Still got about seven minutes to go or so. Let's keep at it.
Oh, that's a yay.
So we distribute the 2 times 3x is 6x. Completely agree, but 2 times negative 7 is 2x. Let's look at that.
Well, I think you get hours, and then you get to go
But
like
once you
hours of
distribute the negative 3, it's
and
been
let's say you want to go
distributed,
like,
it's not there anymore.
Yeah, because you have to do
Right? So it
it's
should
like
just
30 to
be
15 hours to do a mission trip.
minus 15x plus 29. And
I
then you
don't
look
know
at
if
the
it
original
does or
wrong.
not, but
It's not plus 4 times this, it's up there.
well, you should have
It's plus 4 minus. So you're not showing the
I was gonna do this actually.
The columns worked. You got it.
Yes.
Oh, not quite. You're almost there, Mason. Yes. You're starting to get it. Yes. There we go. That's good.
Yeah.
31
It has to be
minus
pushing on it.
12.
I thought it had to be like pretty low. I thought you
That makes sense. That looks really good. Right. Some victory.
It is a middle step.
He's a junior, and he says he went to Peru. Last year. Oh my gosh, you can't do that on the side. So if you go to after that, it's like
Plus
17
20. You
hours
just
or
that's
like 10 hours like kindergarten.
Plus
Yeah.
20. This is a great step.
Oh yeah, I got to connect on a
With
20
this,
hours.
with that little fish right there,
You have
great
to-
step. Now let's add it up.
No, you don't get to do anything.
So what's like the 6x?
Play board games, like random things. Like, what if
Negative.
someone like kills
So always
someone?
include the sign.
To get to Florida, they had to go to Colorado to New Jersey, which wasted like 7 hours of plane flight. And then from there, they had to go from there
Wait,
to
honestly, that'd
Peru.
be fun if you had good people.
Exactly.
Maybe it's like 10
And like the relays and everything over. Because usually they do the cheapest route. So the cheapest route, let's say you're going Africa, it might
There's gonna
be,
be so many stops.
there are exactly. It's like you're gonna go to Colorado, California, New York, and then
And then see if you can add up the non.
my friend, I know.
And you can check with Caroline.
Oh,
She has-
probably, yeah. And so, my friend went to,
Chase, how we doing?
my friend went to Thailand, and they took like 4 stops, and it was like 20 hours, just like,
You don't know where you went wrong?
I don't know, I definitely wouldn't go there.
Oh, this is, so the invitation here is really not so good.
I have this.
So you got, this is the part I don't like. You get 6x minus 2x, minus 15x, this should be plus 21.
It's almost as
Because
good
a
as like
negative times a negative is a positive.
these numbers.
Plus 4. Now, minus x. Agree with that?
Literally though, it like
Yeah, that should be plus 1 because you were subtracting everything from parentheses. Minus x plus 1. I did not like these parentheses because all you're doing when a parentheses is right up against another
they're
parenthesis.
okay. Well,
And we are not multiplying.
really though, they actually do contain
So we don't want those
actual
parentheses
properties
at all.
in real life. Like my brother, oh
Don't
my
do that.
gosh, he had to go
Like,
there
you know,
today to
if you
like
want
build
to,
like houses
you
in
could
like
put a
schools.
box around it.
And
You could
like this little
circle it,
spider,
you
and
could
it was this
underline it,
big,
you
and the
could
wall,
find
no one
around
got
it.
about it.
Whatever
So
you
one
do,
just
don't
like
use
grabbed it off the
parentheses
wall
because
and put it in
that
like
is something else.
and then he put it in there.
So then what you would do is you would just
I
take all
know.
these things,
And,
now,
like-
because we had to change a few things up here, these signs are gonna be wrong, then you just add all your like terms up. It should be good.
Really?
That's good on New Mexico for mission trip.
Lost your x.
We made some mission trips out of my school. We just like go and we didn't get to have our
Then it should be a plus 12,
And
right?
I brought my phone and then I got stolen.
Either your x will plus sign is
Bro,
wrong or the other.
you don't want to do like mission trips. It can also be like ski trips. Like my friends to Spain, and they go on like a long like cross whole entire Spain.
Okay, so this one, I'll just share the answer. I've been around to see just about everybody, I think. This one should be negative 10x plus 12. Negative 10x plus 12. Let's finish with one more. And we'll make this a quick one. This is one we struggled with earlier. It's number 2. Would you please all try that one right there? Number 2. This is one we had a hard time with earlier. Please try this one. Ready, set, go. Not yay. Sorry. Yay, that's right. Sorry, it's not right. Did you just finish your
It
last
helps
time?
the negative.
Is
It makes it a positive one.
Is it just 4?
8 minus 4x. It should be minus x plus 1.
It's
You
9.
didn't really just do minus sign. Yes.
It's 9.
Yes.
It's 9 minus
Got it.
5x.
Got it. Got it.
Because that would be
Yes.
yeah. So it'd be negative x.
Negative x plus 1.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was just because my hand
Got it.
9 minus.
Bro, you guys done journals and Bible?
Oh, yeah.
My handwriting version is bad person, and I can't even read it myself.
Wait, why does the discovery purpose like count towards your average till you
That is progress.
I
When you
think
think
so.
about Sebastian,
Well, I think it's the service hours. So not like they don't count like the hours, plus hours.
you just nailed
They
that.
just do like
Good job, both of you guys.
yeah.
There you go.
Like Peru, my brother, they
Hey,
had
great job.
sand,
I'm not leaving any
much
trash, like
So,
Kleenexes.
yeah,
Tables.
like
Put
there
the
was a village
whiteboards back there where they came from on that countertop.
and then
Mark your way, fill that
it
out.
was like 8 hours.
Don't forget intro video for tomorrow. Intro video for
But for
tomorrow.
freshman year, you can only go in out of country trip if you do an
Yeah, well, then you'll read those every
There's Alaska,
Friday.
California. Yeah. To do that. So usually it's sophomore year we'll go. If you get one done in the winter, you can go on one in the spring. You should have a United States one first. Thank you. Oh, I hate summer. True. Bro, I'm reading the same book I read like 4 times in a row.
I have like science questions.
I'm reading it through Paper Towns.
Oh, I've read that book. It sucks.
I read like 4 times in a row, and I'm so tired of it, but everybody knows. And she's like, we're meeting tomorrow. I'm not ready to read tomorrow.
This is just a quick like 5-minute intro video. Look at the board, look at the board. Gotcha, look at the board. Look at the board before you go. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget. I like the guy standing on the board.
Alright.
tomorrow morning. I got Bible study on Wednesday morning. But any other morning? Yeah, that works.
So then,
I'm like the guy in the corner with the sign.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. We get to see our That's
what did you get there?
56.
Yeah.
True.
Uh-oh. That video was the most entertaining thing I've ever seen. I pulled up and Joe, I was sitting next to Joe. And
It
he
got
was
a
like,
little
oh, that's what
repetitive.
I would be like, yes, I know.
Are you from the link for the baby?
Is this our warm-up today? I like this one. We're supposed to kind of, is it in?
Carson, you're so behind now. You should have your packet filled out with your derivative rules. Watch the video. I trust you. I'll keep trusting you. But you're gonna want to do it. Where are we at? We are not there. We are here. Unit 2. Oh, not what I wanted. Actually, I kind of just want. Hello, hello. Hey, did you guys come in and get your Unit 2 packet out? We're going to roll right into this. We'll talk about the crazy people with the merry-go-rounds and all that good stuff. We're going to do our warm-up here in about a minute and a half. Probably like a minute and 5 seconds. Hi. Grab your Unit 2 packets.
I'd like to know something, yeah. See, you're not
So, I would say probably taking notes because you're going to lose 10 minutes. And that's like the entire warm-up. Maybe sit in a place where you can see somebody's or something. Because there's kind of like 2 pages, and I can't show you both pages at the same time. Hey guys, you should be warming up as of now. We don't have time ever really to just sit and chat. I wish we did because you all seem like very nice people. But we do have to warm up. This is a 2-page warm-up, you probably noticed. So numbers 1, 2, and 3 are your warm-ups. I've got numbers 1 and 2 up there. Number 3 is on the next page. Number 3 is one of those derivative graph sketches. If you happen to not print off your packet, which looks like most of you did print off your packet, so that's great. I want to remember, you guys know these are graphic and picture heavy and kind of wordy, and I think it would be asking way too much of you to expect you to write this stuff down while we're going over it. I got a binder clip if you prefer that. I don't know if the stapler is quite strong enough to handle it. Okay, we're warming up efficiently. I'm hoping that number 2 is old enough. That you can work through that one fairly quickly. Number 1 is newer. Number 3 is the newest. Yeah, the copier has like the power stapler.
It does.
It can go through just about anything.
I keep pressing add one staple and it never adds.
Sometimes it doesn't agree, I know. Sometimes it's not as helpful as it should be. So I'm gonna do your attendance here for you. I'm gonna try to multitask a little bit. Everybody's taken their quiz 2. Quiz 2 had a wide range of scores. There were hundreds. There were some perfect papers. But I think one of the paradigms that you guys want to get used to with our quizzes, this is not true of our unit tests, with our quizzes, as you know, it's either all right or it's all wrong. Okay? So there might be some folks that made like a 67 or a 56 or a 44% and think, oh my gosh, that's like the worst grade in the history of mankind, and et cetera, et cetera. But it could be you missed like 4 questions, but the 4 you missed, you were really close. And it's just a different way of grading than what you've seen in the past, and I absolutely have my reasons for that. I just realized that I would say there are different levels, like let's say if you had a 56, let's just say for instance, somebody else had a 56, I'd say there were like different levels of 56s, right? There are 56s where people were like pretty darn close to getting hundreds, and there are 56s where they were not very close to getting hundreds. Does that make sense? So you just want to see your quiz here in a little bit, get a more accurate picture of how things are going. Cole, I almost marked you absent. I was just about to do it. But I did not mark you absent. I marked you tardy, but not absent. Be on time, Cole. That was my nice way of saying be on time. Okay, and is that it? Jackson, Joe, Luke, Jed, Gavin, Hunter, Maddie, Carson, Zach is here, Nate is here, American, Tyler, and Reese, Shirley, Caitlin, Anna, Carter, everybody else was here. That's great.